Hey, my friend, this is Emmanuel. I'm so grateful that you're here today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm going to introduce you to a powerful manifesting process and make sure you stay tuned for that because it's something that I've been using for many years in my life and it's created so much expansion. And I've also been using it with a lot of my clients. So stay tuned for that. But before we do that, one thing that I want to share with you is that when you hear manifesting, oftentimes we think that it's an outside concept. It's something that's out of reach. But right here and right now, you are manifesting. It's simply about where you're focusing your attention. How are you choosing to place your attention throughout your day? So right here and right now, you're watching this because a part of you knew that you are ready to receive what I'm about to share with you. The best explanation I've ever heard for manifesting is the most simple. What you focus on, you attract. So if I'm going to focus on things that are not working in my life, if I'm going to focus on complaining and things that are just challenging all the time, I'm going to create and experience more of that. If I'm going to focus on things that are actually life enhancing, that are expansive, that are empowering, that are things that I actually want to experience more of, then I'm going to experience more of those. It doesn't mean that challenges won't come up, but it does mean that I'm not fixated on them and I'm not creating this loop of struggle and hardship because I'm so committed to focusing on what I don't want instead of what I do. It's that simple. A lot of times we hear so many concepts that become really complicated, but what happens is those are distractions that we, or let's say the mind, creates so that it doesn't change, it doesn't expand, it doesn't come out of its routine. So if we just simplify it, what we focus on expands. It doesn't matter which direction. You are the driver. You are the one making the choice, and you get to create the kind of reality that you want. So knowing that, I want to share a powerful process with you called the Core Manifesting Method. And this is going to be a series of questions that I'm going to ask you. And this is the first video we're doing this for, but you can do this for so many subjects. If you want to attract more money, if you want to attract better health, if you want to attract an SP, a specific person in your life, especially a romantic partner, you can use this process to get clear. It is going to give you the clarity, the roadmap to help you go from where you're at right now to where you want to be. So with that being said, let's begin the process. Close your eyes for a second and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel yourself in your body, feel yourself in this present moment right here and right now. And go ahead and open your eyes. So the example we're going to use for today is financial prosperity. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this example and place it in this process of the Core Manifesting Method. I am so grateful to always attract and align with greater financial prosperity. So if that's something that you want to create in your life, go ahead and do this process with me. Here we go. So the first question that you're going to ask yourself is on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being yes, 100%. How prosperous do you feel right now? How prosperous do you feel? Just check in with yourself. Now, you'll hear me say the word feel quite a few times because the universe responds to our feeling. It's true that what we think, what we focus on, we attract, but the next step to that, the magnetizer to that, is the feeling component. We live in a vibrational reality, and vibration is something that is felt. So if we are feeling our way through questions, self-inquiry, we can bring ourselves back to where we actually want to be. how we actually want to feel. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how prosperous do you feel right now? Just give yourself a moment to be with that. What was the number for you? Was it a 3? Was it a 5? Was it a 10 that you feel really prosperous? Or did you feel, you know what? I'm not feeling so prosperous right now. So once you get that number, the next question you're going to ask yourself is, do you want to feel more prosperous? So let's say you were a 5. Would you like to be a 10 or would you like to be a 7? It doesn't matter what number you are, as long as it's higher for you, and higher means that you feel more connected to the energy that you want to attract. So let's say you feel like you're at a 5 when it comes to feeling prosperous right now. Would you like to feel even more prosperous? Would you like to have a stronger connection to the energy of prosperity? The next question you're going to ask yourself is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being yes, heck yes. How true is it? Really get very clear with yourself. How true is it that you want to be more prosperous? How true is it? Just do a quick inner scan within yourself, within your awareness. On a scale of 1 to 10, how true is it that you want to be more prosperous? See what comes up for you. Sometimes we have certain blinders on and we don't realize, but when we ask these questions, we get really clear. Oh my gosh, like when I first started this process, I thought like within every fiber of my being that I wanted to be super prosperous. But when I asked myself, how true was it that I wanted to be more prosperous? It was like a 3. So when you ask yourself these questions, you start to get clear. And when you get clear, you create a roadmap to the exact steps that are needed from you to give to yourself to get to where you want to be. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how true is it that you want to be more prosperous? So let's say for me, it was a 5 today. Good. Does not feel good to know. It doesn't have to be a 10. The fact that you are being honest with yourself is so important and such a powerful step to really getting to where you want to be. All right. So I'm going to just invite you to take a deep breath in. When we take deep breaths in, we're just registering to the mind that we're bringing this to the present. And as you exhale, feel yourself in your body. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes. So now that you realized a few things that came up, what are 3 things that you are willing to release in order to become more prosperous? What are 3 things that you're ready to let go of in order to be prosperous? See how the mind receives that. Sometimes when you think of releasing something, the mind's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But just be with that for a moment. What are 3 things you're ready to release or let go of in order to be prosperous? So I'll give you an example. For me, I am ready to let go of insecurity, not feeling worthy. I am ready to let go of fear, fear of the unknown, fear about what's coming up next. Just getting really clear, give yourself a moment. What are 3 things that you are ready to release in order to become more prosperous? Because what you're doing is you're creating more space in your consciousness. You're creating more room in your awareness to invite these new energies in. We have to release energies that are not serving us. So what are 3 things you're ready to release? Just really get clear on that. Good. And once you get clear on that, On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you in this moment to releasing those things? How committed are you in this moment to releasing those 3 things that you just came up with? And now, another little side note that I wanted to share. Sometimes when we ask questions like this, we basically are creating such an opening in the mind, it can't even think of 3 things. So if that happens for you, just thank your mind. We're so grateful, and be patient with it, and keep creating that space for yourself to really reflect on those 3 things you're ready to release, so that you can now then ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to releasing those? So let's say for me, I'm at a 7. Good to know. Check in with yourself and see what number it is. It could be a 1. Maybe you're not very committed, and that's okay. Maybe it's a 10. You're like, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Wherever you are in that scale, just know that it's exactly what it needs to be. Just be gentle with yourself and really understand that all we're doing is we're creating this space for you to get clear on exactly what it is that is happening. Because if we're just going through our day, not fully present, not fully aware, just kind of going through the motions, life will start to get really hard. But if we are bringing consciousness and awareness and presence into our day by asking questions like this, then you become the driver. You become the maestro of your reality, the creator. You're no longer just the passenger in a car where nobody's driving. So take a deep breath in and release. How does it feel for you to know where you're at right now? You're getting clarity. You're not pushing yourself. All you're doing is just getting feedback. All right. So now the next question is going to be, what are 3 things that you are ready to embrace in order to become more prosperous? What are 3 things? A new routine, to start using affirmations more? Is it to create a practice for yourself, to meditate, to focus, to visualize on more of the things that you want? Just think about the 3 things that you're ready to embrace. So I'll give you an example. For me, in order to become more prosperous, right here and right now, I am choosing to embrace loving myself and showing up for myself more. Because I know that if I show up for myself fully, I'm going to start operating from a glass that is full instead of half full or empty. And from there, I'm going to be so open and available to receiving, noticing, and recognizing all of the blessings the universe has for me. So, what are 3 things that you are willing to embrace to become more prosperous? Just be with that. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being like, heck yes, how committed are you to embracing these 3 things? How committed are you to welcoming these 3 things into your life? Just get really clear on that. For me, it's feeling like a 9 right now. I am so committed to doing what I need to do to become more prosperous. You see, a lot of times we think that doing the work requires us to be sitting in a cubicle and at a 9 to 5, which is great. I mean, that's amazing. It's part of your prosperity and expanding your prosperity, but it's not the main work. The main work is to get clear on what it is that you really want, to honor the parts of you that need to be fully expressed, your gifts, your talents, your presence, and then allowing yourself to have the roadmap to take action in that direction. So in this case, because we're talking about prosperity, you have the exact roadmap, the 6 steps that are going to take you from where you're at right now to where you want to be. And it's going to evolve. Let's say after a few weeks, you can come back and do a quick assessment to see where you're at. But the key is you keep checking in with this core manifesting method to allow you to get to where you want to be. So this is not a one-stop shop. This is something that's going to keep evolving and growing, and you're going to keep checking back in and checking back in until the desired experience is fully realized. This process has been so powerful for me, and I know if you commit to yourself, it's going to be the same for you. So in the comments below, I hope you've been sharing your numbers, and I hope you've been sharing some insights. But once you start to actually get closer to where you really want to be, please let us know about your experiences. Tell us about your manifestations. Tell us about all the amazing blessings that are showing up for you. So I'm going to be doing this with many different subjects because practicing this and doing the repetition is really going to make it very second nature for you, so that you just start to do this and you can do it in under a minute. So now we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to ask ourselves the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being yes, how prosperous do you feel right now? Do you feel the exact same as you did when you first started? Or did the clarity give you a little bit of boost? Did it give you some excitement? Did it give you some, yes, I'm ready. I know exactly what it is that I need to move in the direction that I need to go in. Just see on a scale of 1 to 10, how prosperous do you feel? So let's say I was feeling at a 5. Let me see how I feel right now. I think I feel like a good solid 8. If you haven't felt any improvement, what I would invite you to do is take a little break, go for a walk, spend some time doing something you enjoy, and then come back and try it again and see how you feel. The whole takeaway is that you feel just slightly more connected to the energy that you want to attract more of. And even if you, let's say, were a 5 and now you're a 6, your job is done for today. You can try again in a few days, and hopefully you'll keep going in the direction that you want to be. All right, my friend. So that is the core manifesting method. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be using it a lot more around health and relationships and feeling confident, you name it. And if there's a theme, if there's a subject that you would like for me to do the manifesting process on, please comment below. I would love to hear about it. All right. So with that being said, have a beautiful day. Please make sure to subscribe. I'm so grateful for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day.